All right. I'm mixing. Mixing. Remember those gorgeous baits I painted yesterday? And I put the eyes on this morning. Today is where you make it look very, 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 very bright. Really cool. So, mixing my epoxy, mix, and put just a really just immeasurable amount of glitter in it. You know, the my uh, proprietary color shifting pigment is proprietary. Nobody else uses it in baits. So, haha. Okay. Disposable brush. Dun, dun, dun. And we're going to move these because I don't want them dripping on the ones that are almost done curing. So I'm going to take these, move them up a level on my rack, and then take these beautiful square bills that are absolutely stunning. Those are beautiful. And then we paint the epoxy. I did put in an order for more blanks. We're going to focus on larger blanks since we've been focusing a lot on top water lately, although this isn't top water, of course. But so swim baits are coming in, some finesse, including the Whopper Plopper Poppers, because we like saying Whopper Plopper Poppers. Say that real fast. It's kind of fun. And so we got some Whopper Plopper Poppers coming in. We have some really beautiful wake bait blanks with a foil interior. And we're going to paint some rainbows or trouts. God, when you put clear coat on, it makes the paint look wet. Because technically it kind of is right now, but it dries looking wet. And this has sort of a relief to the bait, so you got to make sure you get it in all the nooks and crannies. And, oh my God, that's so beautiful. I always focus a little extra along the rash area. Oh my God. Don't tell me that ain't good. It's not one of the most beautiful baits you've ever seen. It's just gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, oh. It's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. One for you, 3 for sale. And Thursday is when you'll see these up for sale on Whatnot. If you become a member, my new membership program, you'll get a $25 off coupon for one purchase on Whatnot. It'll give you a max of $5, which will pay for your membership. So your membership will be free at that point, and you'll get my Terrible at Fishing magazine. I'm not sure exactly how often. I think it'll be like a quarterly magazine or seasonal, but I think at first you'll get it about once a month, but as it settles down, I think it'll be quarterly. I don't know. Figuring it out. But that, God, that's so gorgeous. I have a ghost, sort of a really light scale. If you guys can see the scale, oh, there, you can see it in the tail. See the scales? Oh yeah, there's a good one. There is scales on this. Gosh, it's just a beautiful bait. It really is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bait. I might keep two and sell two. We'll see. Um, sometimes I get greedy because I lose baits. You know, if you lose a bait, I can always paint more. But man, I nailed this. It really is a very beautiful design. And there's not another one like it in the world. That's the beauty of it. Yeah, there's not another one like it in the world. Well, there's four of them. The ones that I painted. But you're never going to go to the lake and see another guy with this bait. Well, unless he bought it too. But what is the likelihood? The bass have never seen it, that's for sure. As of now, they've never seen this. And it is, oh my goodness, guys. Can't wait to photograph these. See the scales on it? There ain't nobody on, but you can see it later when you tune in. Man, that's pretty. I know, I know, I know. I say it all the time. But I mean it every time I say it. And that makes it a sincere compliment. Without sounding overly pious. Which probably I do. Really humble of me to compliment my own work. Whenever I finished a picture, a painting, or a graphic, there's nothing wrong with just sitting back and saying, that looks good. I probably shouldn't say it as often as I do about my baits, but I got four of them here. And, every time I paint this epoxy on. So yeah, I'm actually literally painting the epoxy on this. And the nice thing too is that I focus on that bottom half of the bait to make sure my hook rash area does not get thin. And that, I mean, come on, guys, look at that. I ain't nobody on, but that's really nice. Really is nice. All right. I can clean these out a little bit. So now, after they dry, you gotta clean out the eyelets, from any kind of epoxy that sort of clogged it. And it takes a little bit of effort with skill, because you don't want to pull the epoxy off of the bait. Just, hey Timmy, just off of the lure. There we go. And that one's cleared out. But, I mean, look at these, man. I mean, Timmy, look at that. Oh my gosh. Isn't that beautiful? That is a gorgeous bait. I love this bait. See, you can see the scales in that angle. See the scales? They're actually there. They're like ghost, too. It's just so... Man, that's nice. We won't catch fish with that. I always say that though. And you know what? I've been debating whether to sell this one. I ain't. I'm going to take this up Tuesday and fish it with my redneck kit. How goes it, Mango? Well, you know, it's been a good day. It's been a good day. Um, did you see my redneck baits? I am going to hit the bars and get as many bottle caps as I can. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That is a redneck spoon. A crushed cap with BBs in it. I'm so fishing that on for Tuesday. It's a stroke of genius. I see 2 ears. Yep, that's right. And a big nose. But yeah, I love that, man. I bet your bars have tons of bottle caps they'd love to just get rid of. It'd be so much fun. Walk into a bar. Well, you know, I don't really want a drink, but I want all your bottle caps. They'll say, what for? I go, I make fishing lures, and I use them for that. So I bought 2 molds, 2 aluminum molds for baits, to start molding baits. And it won't be for a while, because, you know, by the molds, I've bought them used. And then I'm going to, then I got to wait till I save enough money I got to buy a microwave and then the plastisol and stuff like that. And but there are two, one's a creature bait, one's an insect bait, one's a 1 inch, one's a 4 1/4 inch. And 2 that you've probably never seen before. So it'll differentiate me. They're not swim baits. One's a creature bait, and one is a 1 inch insect. Really cool looking. Yeah, swim bait is good, but you can buy swim baits, and you can get swim baits cheap too. So I want to make something you can't see and find, and something that sort of sets me apart. So, I mean, a nice big creature bait is good for a nice jig, and then the insect one, which is 1 inch, you know, it's only this big. That one will be great for finesse fishing, crappie, any kind of panfish, perch, even trout. Really nice bait. So both of those baits are really, I think they're going to start me out really well. And maybe in a few weeks after I get paid with some of it, because I just had to buy some more blanks. That was $170. And so those blanks, I did get this one. I got 5 of these. I got a couple of these because somebody wants one of these. And I got a lot of swim baits. So those will sell for quite a bit on Whatnot. Or not. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, will people pay $35 or $50 for one of my baits? I don't know. We're gonna try. We're gonna try for these. You know, there's a $50 bait. This baby, that's a $50 bait. So this one's this one's $20. Let's say that one's $20. Anything you touch sets you apart. Well, thanks, Timmy. Thank you. I'm this Thursday though, I'm giving away the Super Bowl bait to one of the purchasers on Thursday's show. So this is my San Francisco KC bait, Super Bowl bait. I had 1 left. I painted 6. I sold them for $20 each, and I have 1 left. So I figured that'd be a fun one to give away. Do my first giveaway. That'll be fun. So we'll do that. And then I changed the prices on those on my auction. Raised them just a little bit. We'll start the spinners at $4, which I think is a steal at $4. And if I get the bells, because if you know what Blue Fox spinners are, they have a bell and then something inside and it creates a sonic sound for it. So make a Raiders bait. I can paint a Raiders bait. Absolutely, that's easy. You know, silver and black and silver, and do they have gold? No, black and silver. I can easily make a Raider. I can make any bait. So, yeah, Timmy, I'll make a Raider. Yeah, there's a lot of Raiders fans. Because you know what makes a Raider fan? They've been indoctrinated into the cult. You can't get out of it. It's like, you know, I used to go to Oakland a lot for games. Never went to a Raiders game because they scare me. I was an A's fan, and I was a Golden State Warriors fan. So when I lived in Modesto, I used to always go over to Oakland to go to A's and Warriors games. Lots of them. So I was scared to death of Raiders. Well, make it and I'll buy it. Well, I'll make one. I'll have to think of a really cool pattern. Raider. You almost have to have the right blank for a Raider too. You got to make it look mean. You know, very ominous. Let me see what I purchased. I already made the purchase. Let me look. Let me see if one of those. Let me see. No. Oh, not enough room to put the logo on that one. I did a lot of swim baits. You know, the big belly shad, you know, that's an expensive blank though. But it's a beast of I mean, it really is a beast of a lure. It's a 7-inch glide. And you want it big or small? You want a bigger bait or a smaller bait? It's a matter of money then. You know, I could do a biggie small. That's a fairly affordable bait. It's like a $20 bait. That's this particular one here. The 6.1-inch premium knockout. I only bought one of those, but what a beautiful bait in the water. And it's one of the best looking baits to glide in the water. I don't know. An A's one too. A 3-inch plus. All right. It has to have blood on it. You're right. It does have to have blood on it. It's got to be mean. I mean, a Raiders one, it's just got to be mean. Or didn't the Athletics leave? Didn't the Athletics leave too? Didn't they go over to Vegas also? Where did the Athletics leave to? I stopped following sports years ago when I got sick and never really picked it back up again. But I thought the Athletics left Oakland too. Did they? Not yet, but you know they're likely to. Probably head over to Vegas just with and join their Oakland counterpart over there. Warriors. You know, the Warriors became a really good team. They were always good, but they're always a farm team to bring in great players and then sell them. Still in Oakland. Yeah, I could do some Oakland, you know, A's and they're going to SAC? What happened to the Kings? Where'd the Kings go? I hate the Kings venue. Arco Arena. It's a terrible venue. Where did I am so far behind on sports, it's ridiculous. Um, I thought Sacramento Kings, I guess they're not the Sacramento Kings anymore? No, they're still Sacramento Kings. And the Warriors? Well, they just played. What a coincidence. They just played. Kings still, well, why would Sacramento's not big enough for two? Oh, Warriors moved to SF. Got it. Yeah, San Francisco needs a basketball team. They don't have one. Um, they are, yeah, Sacramento's not a big enough market for two teams. It's barely big enough for one team. It's just not a big market. Fresno is bigger than Sacramento when it comes to city population. So, Lisa says, Mike, it's basketball. I know. I don't know. I like race cars. I like race cars. This is a Wild Child shirt. Born to be wild. Jack Cottonfield. I think his son's racing nowadays. Yeah, I go back. World of Outlaws. The greatest show on dirt. We want to see 900 horsepower winged sprint cars on a quarter-mile dirt track. 16 of them. Jack Cottonfield was a maniac on the course, man. I mean, I don't know how he threaded. You think Fresno is poor? No. Fresno is not poor, my friend. I mean, I've had thousands of people work for me in Fresno. I've been on Fresno radio, Fresno television. I owned Fresno. And there are nothing but movie stars and football stars that live in Fresno. If you're a Niners fan, I mean, there's a lot of Niners there. A lot of, I mean, there's just a ton of people that live in Fresno that you would know. I used to hang out with Stefan Page, and Stefan and I mean, I think he still holds a record for wide receiving for KC. Um, Tim McDonald, he's big. He owns a lot of stuff in Fresno. It just goes on and on and on. All the stars that, I mean, Walter Payton used to come to Fresno all the time because, Jerry Tarkanian, he was a huge Tark the Shark fan. Now, Fresno it's not poor. It's just not poor. It is full of celebrities. I mean, I used to work in West LA, and I've met hundreds and hundreds of celebrities there. But Fresno it would rival West LA. Really would. You never know who's going to walk in the store or in the shop in West LA or in Fresno. You really don't. I mean, basketball here, players, everybody. Fresno has changed. Lots of ag. Well, yeah, that's true. Well, that's true. I mean, it's agriculture, but there's a million people in the Fresno area, and I think it's because, it's a solitary market. So businesses and corporations go to Fresno to test out things because their advertising dollars stay within a geographic area. It doesn't bleed into others. So literally, these companies can come to Fresno, which are tech companies and all sorts of companies come to Fresno, and they rule the roost. It's their little world, and it's just, I mean, Bubba, Alan Autry was the mayor. I mean, there's movie stars and TV stars all over the place. Lucille Ball, in Ball Ranch. I mean, when she was alive, she lived in Fresno. Yeah, I've only been out of Fresno for 9 years, but I lived there for 22, and I ruled it. I mean, I'd be on the radio doing tech talk because I was into tech, and I'd be on TV as the tech guru. Also, wildlife. I'd Everybody knew me. I mean, I could walk into a store in Fresno or a place, and people would know who I was. It's the biggest small town there ever was. Again, it's its own market. I mean, Fresno advertising does not go outside and doesn't hit Modesto. It doesn't hit Bakersfield. It stays in that market. So companies go in there and they figure, okay, well, let's try this out. And it's a solitary market, and it's the fifth largest market in California. And so you can control it, and that's the beauty of Fresno. Companies can control their message and see if it works. And there's so much testing done in Fresno, and it's just really fun. Your sister lives there. It's not it's not ganged out. Dyer actually he actually back when I moved there in 1990. That was ganged out. 1 out of 3 cars were stolen, bullet holes in your door. It just depends on which part of town you live. Um, it's not. I mean, if you're from Shaw forward north, you're actually in pretty decent territory. If you're from Herndon north, you're in really good territory. You're in Clovis, pretty good. If you live south of Shaw, it gets really rough then. So Shaw's sort of like that dividing between two different worlds. So it's not, it just, every town's got bad neighborhoods. Everybody does. I mean, Klamath does. Klamath Falls. It's no different than anybody else. It's got less bad neighborhoods because there's only 60,000 people in the metropolitan area here. But you don't have a million. When you have a million people, you're going to ask for it. But they've retried. Their AAA baseball stadium downtown is fantastic. Really good AAA ball club there, the Grizzlies. And yeah, just like that, areas are better than others. And then Fresno State Bulldogs is fantastic. I mean, so you got a national championship with the softball girls, and they got a great stadium, and the baseball, guys, those guys won a national championship. The highest the football team's ever been up to is number 3. That was under Pat Hill. And he's a friend of mine. I used to be on the sidelines with him. And that stadium rocks. So yeah, all the ballparks in Fresno are fantastic. The AAA, the all 3 college stadiums. I mean, you get some really good artists too performing there. They've got a great indoor venue too over by the university. Forgot the name of it though. So the basketball teams are fantastic. They really are, especially the girls basketball team. My feet were on the planks, and I knew everybody. I knew everybody. I mean, if I want to get down on the field, I could do it. One time I caught an out of bound pass in football. Like, got it. So it was it's better than you think. Fresno is one of those towns that has a bad rap, but it actually is got some really good spots to it. Beautiful park. Their zoo is top notch. The Chaffee Zoological Society. That Chaffee Zoo is, well, it'll rival San Diego's. It is that good of a zoo. It's considered one of the best in the nation. So they have a great symphony. Not nice weather in Fresno. If you're a Gila monster, yes. That's the bad thing about Fresno. Fresno is hot, and it's got terrible air, and I have terrible lungs, so I can't live there anymore. So the air, Fresno's at the whole San Joaquin Valley sort of has a basin, and it's at the bowl. It's at the bottom of the bowl. So all that bad air that comes off of the cities and stuff, it makes its way into the San Joaquin Valley, and it settles in the Fresno area. And so even though Fresno has very strict rules on air pollution, it doesn't matter. It gets air pollution from everybody else, and it just sits right there in Fresno. It also, because of that bowl, have you ever heard of those 99 car pileups? I mean, the Thule fog, it gets so thick in Fresno, you can't see 5 feet in front of you. And it'll last for 2 weeks. And Highway 99 goes through. People just will pile up, 100 car pile up on that freeway on an almost annual basis. It's bad. So there are some bad things. The good thing too is that Fresno's affordable to live in. You can probably buy a house for $300,000 in Fresno. Um, so, yeah, well, everybody claims to be the raisin capital down there. Lots of grapes, lots of raisins. But unfortunately, California is still in a drought, and the orchards and stuff were plowed under. So actually what you're seeing now is a lot less agriculture in the Fresno Basin than you ever have. So you're not getting all those farms anymore because the drought has caused them to be plowed under. Um, was it? What was this? It was an orange cap. Oh, I forgot the name of the town. But they were known for oranges, and it's gone. Yeah, yeah. That Thule fog's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I once had a truck driver a block away couldn't find my store. It's like, come on, man. Then he gets in the parking lot and he goes, "Where are you?" I go, "Dude, you're in my parking lot." I mean, that's how bad it is. Lots of bulk wine. Yeah, well, you get wine, pistachios, almonds. I mean, the beautiful thing about being in an agricultural community is that your produce is cheaper. I mean, you get 6 ears of corn for $1. All right, well, that can't happen anymore over here. I moved up here, and it's like everybody wants so much money for corn and stuff, and it was like, this is ridiculous. You go to Fresno State's store. Fresno State has a market where they've got fresh churned creams, butters, ice cream. It's the only university in the United States that teaches winemaking. So they've got a whole wine cellar. I mean, you can get eggs, you can get all your basics and wine. You can get at the Fresno State market, and you get it cheap. Um, well, again, there's no water, buddy. The aquifers dried up, and they did get some water, but they're just rationing it right now. Even here, I have a buddy I saw yesterday. He owns a potato farm. This is the last year doing potatoes because water's being shut off. So he won't be able to do potatoes next year. And potatoes don't require a lot of water. But because they took the dams out of and destroyed 3 reservoirs, he's got no water. All because they want Chinook to come up. Um, they don't think about that, and yet Mike is. Fortunately, Mike's retired, and pretty much, and he's going to be fine. But what about his workers? You know, they're out of a job next year. They're just out. Mike doesn't need the money. In fact, he'd like to just sell it off and get rid of it. Mike's a big car guy. He's got a beautiful '67 Shelby Cobra that he had Carol Shelby drive and sign it. And that's one of Carol's cars. And, that car's worth, well, he's been offered $500,000 for it, but it's his wife's car, and Kathy doesn't want to sell it. So, I was supposed to see him today. I didn't see him today. Yeah, Fresno's a nice town. I have a lot of really good friends, a lot of good relationships. People are nicer in Fresno than they are in bigger cities. And yeah, it does have its elements, just like anything. Um, it has its elements, but it's a million people. With a million people, what do you expect? That's a lot of people in that metropolitan area. So, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. I can't live there because of my lungs. And my wife didn't like the heat. 115, 101 teens was common in the summer, in the teens. UC Davis has an awesome something program. Uh, Vitriculture. Dude, I don't even know what a vitriculture is. Oh, wines. Yeah, wine. Wine program. I had to sort of move that a little bit. UC Davis does not teach, though, winemaking. They don't make wine there, I don't think. I think the only university in all of the United States that makes wine, a university in USA wine making. I think the oh well, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I am so wrong. I thought they were at one time the only university. According to this, they have Fresno State on there, but I know Fresno State, that's wrong. Fresno State does teach. UC Davis winemaking certification program. Yeah. But let me see something. Yep. Fresno State produce up to 10,000 cases of 20 or more varietals each year of red, white, and rosé wine. I mean, okay, maybe those other places do teach it, but these guys make it. You try to do that. Do they make? I mean, can you imagine doing your homework, coming and hungover? It's like, sorry, teach. It's like, I was busy. I worked late night on this project. So, but yeah, Fresno State, you can buy their wine right there, and it's really good wine. It's really good wine. I mean, they're really technical about it, and Fresno State has a student body of about 47,000 people last time when I lived there. So 47,000 students at that university. It's one of the most affordable universities you could actually go to. And most people back in the day, make the wine, drink the wine, absolutely. Hey, Patty. I didn't see you snuck in. Look at this. I mean, look at this, Patty. Oh, this is one of the prettiest baits. I just put clear coat on it. Look at that. Look at that bait. Oh, it's beautiful. That's a beautiful, 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 beautiful bait. Oh, this is so pretty. I can't wait to fit it up. Definitely one for me. It's so pretty. But yeah, Fresno State's actually a pretty good campus too. Real good campus. They got bowling alleys, which you can bowl really cheap, on the campus, and it's nice. I like it. Big library. Yeah, that's really nice. Thanks, Patty. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way those turned out. Like I said, sometimes in your head you have an image, and it's hard to translate the image onto a bait, and I nailed it on that one. It's exactly what was in my head. So, really nice. So we're going to, tomorrow we'll fit those 5 up here, and then those will fit on Tuesday. Well, no, I'm fishing Tuesday. Wednesday we'll fit them. Just in time. Now, I do have some new parts coming in for my new spinner line, and they'll be very much like a Blue Fox with the bell and the insert. So those will have a sonic sound to them, and so those parts will be coming in hopefully this week. All right, take care, Timmy. Gotta fire up the grill. Oh, I love tri-tips. my hometown invented tri-tips. All right. The reason it's called Santa Maria tri-tips because we invented it. My hometown's in Lompoc, which is 20 minutes from Santa Maria, but I was raised with tri-tips. So you're welcome. When I went to college in '82 up in Hayward, I went to the store to buy tri-tip, and you didn't know what a tri-tip was. I mean, it's a Santa Maria thing, that area. So I had him call up a butcher in Santa Maria, and the butcher tells him what it is. The guy gets off the phone, he looks at me, and I'm in Hayward, and going to college, and he looked at me, he goes, "That's stew meat." I go, "Give me the biggest piece of stew meat you ever didn't cut." And I go, "That's what I want." I mean, I didn't know it was a regional thing. I mean, I was raised with that, and that's what I've been eating tri-tip since I was a little tyke. But it didn't become popular until late '80s, and then it started filtering into the '90s, into other parts of the country. But it was a total local, regional thing. Uh, Prior to 1980, I think I introduced it to the Bay Area. Um, that day, that tri-tip is the best. Pinquitos too. Oh, that's true. You know Lompoc, Timmy. That's right. Well, and you know what? Back then, Lompoc supplied 2/3 of the world's flower seeds from my little valley in Lompoc. But Pinquitos, very good. Absolutely, absolutely. On tri-tip, when we cooked tri-tip at home, it was always Pappy's seasoning. If you really want Santa Maria barbecue, you got to get Pappy's seasoning and dry rub it. That really was the only way we cooked it, growing up. And then mom always put it on a rotisserie on the barbecue, which was a hibachi. We were very poor. We had a little hibachi, and mom somehow had a rotisserie on it. And they don't make hibachis anymore, but it was just a cast iron baby grill. And this thing would just rotate and cook. And it was rubbed with, Santa Maria barbecue? Cool. Then Pappy's. You have to have Pappy's. I mean, if you want a true Santa Maria barbecue, you got to dry rub Pappy's on it. Because Pappy's is the seasoning in Santa Maria. It's what we always used. And in fact, last night I used Pappy's. So, I mean, it's what you use, man. It's Pappy's. So, dry rub the tri-tip with Pappy's. We put it on a rotisserie. Pappy's is really good. It is a little salty, but that just tenderizes the meat. My wife said it was a little salty last night. But that's Pappy's. It's just the way it is. You use salt. But it is a little salty. But it really is good. But that's Santa Maria that's Santa Maria barbecue.
If I fall down the stairs, call the ambulance.
Okay, well, I'll call the ambulance if you hold on. Wait for it to fall. And then, it was Santa Maria barbecue was the tri-tip with Pappy's. Fantastic baked beans. Gotta have baked beans. I mean, oh my gosh. No way. Ace still makes hibachis? No way. No way. I'd buy one. I love hibachi. Oh my God. Well, I see some knockoffs. Oh, there's one at Walmart. That is wild. Hibachi grill at Walmart? No way. See, Mom had one that actually had she put a rotisserie on it. We were so poor. We were evicted from our home all the time growing up. We were always moving because Mom raised us by herself, and she did graduate the 7th grade. Wow, I guess they are still around. Amazon, $30. You can't beat a hibachi. Something about cast iron, and they just lasted forever. We had our hibachi forever. Wow, I didn't think they still were around. Somebody must have bought it, and then wow, I might buy me a hibachi. Two different. One is stamped steel. One is. It's all you got to do cast iron. You just got to do cast iron. It heats up better. A cast iron grates too, even the heat out. Um, Much better than stainless steel. Always, and then cast iron will season, and it'll become non-stick. So cast iron really is. There's a reason why we love cast iron pans, is because cast iron seasons like a wok, and then it will become non-stick. Uh, but I love hibachi. Yeah, I now you got me wanting to buy a hibachi. $30. I mean, $30 for a hibachi. I need a new grill. I need a new grill. Go cook something, Timmy. We're going to end the stream. Maybe she won't hear me buy it. I just spent a lot of money on baits. So yeah. Maybe I'll take a drive over to Walmart and see if they got it in stock. I'll check online first. I mean, you can't go wrong with a hibachi. You really can't. Dude, I have 11 different barbecues. Stuff I know. Well, I have one's barely alive barbecue. It's really old, so I need to buy new. I need to buy a new barbecue. And yeah, we have a family of 5. You know, I mean, it's just probably need something bigger than a hibachi. But we had a family of 5 growing up, and the hibachis worked. We were poor, but Mom always managed to try tip. I mean, she was a bartender, so we lived off of tips. I tip really good when I'm out and about. So when I go to these bars to ask for their bottle caps, I totally need bottle caps. Well, you have 11. What do you do with 11? What do you do with 11? You need to sell one. I'll trade you baits for a barbecue. What do you think of that? You're only an hour and a half away, man. Hand deliver you baits for a barbecue. Nice ones too. Expensive baits. Really good baits. I'll even make them Raider and A's baits. Think of that. We'll do an Oakland theme of baits. Bay Area theme. Well, I do have the San Francisco KC bait. Super Bowl bait. Yeah, huh. You're not probably either one of those. So, think about it, Timmy. My wife won't mind me trading for that. All right, take care, everybody. We'll end the stream, and Timmy will go cook a tri-tip, and I'll dream of him cooking a tri-tip. We'll